Steven Crowder sits down with a social worker in this new video. What she pulls here is difficult to believe.
Who should be deported, and how should we do it?
Let me think.
When we look closely, we can actually see the strategy that she's employing. It gets so bad, she eventually just shuts down the conversation.
My question would be, who can be illegal on stolen land?
So you're saying that no one is here legally?
Well, no, I'm not saying that no one's here legally. I'm saying how can people be illegal on land that didn't belong to them in the first place?
So according to this logic, there are no borders. There's no such thing as immigrating legally. How could that go wrong?
You do have to live in the real world.
I don't think that anyone should be deported unless maybe someone's being extradited back to a country of origin.
Isn't that what's happening?
Okay.
So saying if someone has committed a crime in their country of origin and they're escaping because they don't want to face imprisonment.
Only if they commit a crime in that country of origin and then come to the United States, not if they commit a crime in the United States and they're here illegally.
What if they're committing crimes here?
So if we have enough funding to say maybe deport all of these illegal people, then why don't we have enough money to fix our justice system?
This is the technique she keeps using. Her ability to evade questions is almost larger than life.
It sounds to me like you're saying you wouldn't even deport people who've come here illegally, that's a crime, and are committing extra crimes while here. You wouldn't deport those people?
No, I don't think I would actually.
Why are they entitled to go to any country they want?
And that is the question.
Why
should
is
American-
anyone entitled to live in?
Well, all countries, I don't know if you're aware, like they all have borders.
So now we have the clearest logical flaw. Now Crowder is going to attack that for good reason.
There are more slaves on Earth now than ever in human history. Did you know that?
Well, yes, I did.
Yeah, and a big part of them are sex slaves. And they thrive under
That's
open
sun.
borders policies.
Sorry,
the sun?
It's the sun reflecting off of that car.
Crowder points to a clear high-stakes example that shows why we actually need border security. And what does she do? She diverts. Oh, the sun is too bright.
Sorry, it just like got me.
She's just trying to evade.
Why should the American taxpayer keep footing the bill for current criminals who are also illegal aliens?
I'm curious to see are you fluent in the language that your lady spoke?
So
What does that have to do with what he just asked you? And this is so frustrating when you encounter this because it repeats and repeats.
she speaks Portuguese, Spanish, and English.
Yes.
But she hates it when people are here in this country and don't speak English. And my mom is French, and she
Unfortunately,
hates it when
that's
people
not
here
the
don't speak
question.
English.
Oh, so he has to answer your questions, but you don't have to answer any questions.
Well, it's an irrelevant question. So let's have you answer one question. Just one.
I have.
Now, you've created the illusion of answering.
So
150 to 450 billion. Why should Americans pay for it?
I'm finding that your argument is very circular. So realistically, I'm realizing that there is no way to change your mind unless you are willing to break the cycle that is your circular argument.
Right.
And when you fail to answer any questions, just claim the person is caught in a circular argument.
So what would break that is about the language that I speak privately with my woman in my house.
Well, I mean, you referenced earlier that I was moving the goalpost. I was whatever. I'm a social work major here at the University of Oklahoma.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry?
She just diverted in another direction again.
Social science is based on understanding where your opinion comes from.
Sure.
And it takes a certain amount of intelligence to understand why you believe what you believe.
The insinuation is that he's just not intelligent enough to grapple with your points.
So why do you think you don't understand it?
Because your argument is very circular.
Okay, explain to me how it's circular.
Let's see if she can actually explain this.
It's almost as if that you were insinuating that no one who is an illegal citizen is paying taxes.
Yeah.
You immediately brought up statistics saying, well, there is the 17%.
No, I said because you were mischaracterizing what I said. I never said that. So if you're a social worker, shouldn't you also, let's say someone comes in and needs help. If they say, hey, I have a problem because, I don't know, I'm being recruited for this gang and I'm in a neighborhood and if I don't, it's going to be dangerous to me. And you go, okay, but what I'm hearing you saying is your entire neighborhood is nothing but a gang. And he goes, no, that's not what I'm saying.
This video is sponsored by Exter Slim Wallets. These are, I actually really like this thing. This is the Card Holder Pro. It's a wallet, but it doesn't take up any space. It allows you to put all your cards in, including a tracker. You just hit that button and they pop out. It comes separate, but if you do get that, who knows when you might need a tracking device. It's really well designed. Like nothing comes out until you hit that button. And it feels cool every time you do it. You walk up to the register and you're just like, oh yeah, it's satisfying. Also, you can fit in cash. So this has become part of my everyday carry. I don't even notice it's there. When I put it in my pocket, it's just gone. It comes in a variety of colors, materials. I went with carbon fiber. The sale is now up to 54% off with an additional 10% off using the code WARREN10 at checkout. I genuinely think this is a really cool product.
I said the net cost to taxpayers is $150 to $450 billion a year. You said, well, you're insinuating or demeaning people for none of them paying. That's not what I said.
I doubt she understands what a circular argument actually is.
You built up an argument that I didn't make. And when I said, well, that's not the argument I made, you said it was circular logic. I said, no, I'm just clarifying that's not what I said.
It's interesting.
Is that fair?
Well, I don't know.
That's not what I said. And then I gave you a follow-up stat to ensure it wasn't circular logic. I'm aware of the 17% offset. So it costs the American taxpayer a lot of money, not to mention sanctuary cities and crimes, which disproportionately affects...
So, I know, I interrupted you there
That's okay,
because
go
you've
ahead.
been interrupting me this whole time. So, that's unfortunate. But in the South, we are very polite. What I was going to ask, I forgot actually.
Is it fair to argue against the point or to present a case against the point that I actually made rather than one you've prepared to make a case against? Because I never said that.
Unfortunately, I think I am done.
And this is what happens when all else fails and you get called out. Now you got to shut down the conversation. Fortunately, I'm going to have to leave now.
I think so.
It is very hard to have a productive conversation with you
I can imagine.
You continue to interrupt me and speak over me.
This appears to be a very civil conversation. He's giving you plenty of time to speak. He's not interrupting.
And then say that, well, I'm moving the goalpost, and then given no time to maybe have a rebuttal to that.
You have been given plenty of time. You keep changing the topic and talking about how you're studying social work and asking him about the language that his girlfriend speaks.
Take all the time you want.
No, I'm saying I came here with the intention of actually having a productive conversation.
Sure.
I just wanted to know who you were and what you thought, because that's what we do in social work.
Yeah.
We want to understand who you are as a person and what you think about the topic that is most concerning to you.
Maybe you should make it more about the logic rather than just understanding who Steven Crowder is.
So then shouldn't you listen when I say what I think of the topic as opposed to making up something I didn't? Hold on. And then I'll give you the floor.
Actually,
Hold on, and then I'll give you the floor. I know you constantly say it, but we can set a timer and see who's interrupting who. Shouldn't you address the point if you ask me my opinion and I express it and not misrepresent it?
I wanted to have a productive conversation, and it seems like that you're not actually here for that.
May I speak?
No, thank you. So
you've not
thank
addressed
you.
a single point.
It's so frustrating. I understand. That's why it's important to show people this so that you can see it, so that you can understand how common this actually is.
I still don't know what it is that you do. Tell me what it is that you do.
in social work.
Yes.
So social work, by definition, we try to work with the person and understand where they are coming from, how they have formed that opinion, and then how we can either agree, disagree, reach commonality. So that's why I was asking you questions about your wife and why you called her your lady and how that was a little possessive. And that's why I got a little offended, because you were interrupting me before I could finish articulating my thought process.
I do not think this person would make a very good social worker. Let's just put it that way.